Alright guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you how I upgraded the motor in my WPL C14 with a 180 size motor and increased its torque 3 times. Also, I'll be custom painting this bad boy. Check out how I did it. Well, the first step is take it completely apart. That way I can paint and modify the rims later. Now I can take the headlight lenses out by pushing on the little tab that pokes through the grille and taking the lenses out. Now you just push the LEDs out the back because they're not even glued in. Now you got your grill off. It's our antenna wire hanging out if you were wondering what that is. It doesn't go to the lights. Now to get the body off, you just spread it, lift up in the front, and just take it off. Roll bar should just fall off. This is our wimpy motor, and I'm actually going to take the battery tray off so we can unplug it right from the board. And just go ahead and pull it out, get rid of it. Alright, that side. Here's your board. You just take one screw out, this guy right here, and that's it. It'll come off. You would just carefully twist it around. It's real easy to see which one is the motor wire. It's the only one that has really small wires, a red and a black. And you can just go ahead and pull that right the heck off. Don't be frustrated if the base of the plug comes off. I don't use it anyway. I'm going to replace it with a new one. Now to get the motor out, all you really have to do is pull it back. It's not held in with anything. I'm surprised it doesn't just fall out. I'm not trying to save this motor, so I don't have to worry about tearing up the contacts on it. There it is. Gross. But don't throw it away just yet. We need the gear off of it. So to get the gear off, actually, we're going to need a really thin flat blade screwdriver. Just like this one right here. Come up underneath where the gap is between the motor and the gear, wedge it all the way to the axle, and then just lever up, and you should be able to get the gear to slide off. Done. Now you can throw it away. Now with the new motor, this is the one I got from China, the 180 motor with the 6 air holes in it. And I need to take a little bit off of the shaft of the motor, so I'm going to get my Dremel. First off, I'm going to cover up the holes on the motor because I'm going to be grinding the end of this shaft off, and really, I don't want metal shavings in it. And I just need to take a little bit off the very end If you're not sure how much to take off, shorten it to the original length of the original motor. Just hold it up to it and it'll show you there's a little gap there. So just the very end of it. Now I can put the gear on. Now there was just a little bit of gap in between the motor body and the gear originally, and I'm going to do the same thing when I install it on this motor, just so it'll mesh inside the car the same way. Just take it, push it against the table, check the gap, just keep doing that until it looks correct. And this is going to be kind of a tight squeeze, even though this is the same size-wise as the original motor. It is just a hair bigger. So it's going to be kind of a fight to get it in. So just be patient with it, alright? Well, it's already meshing up. Hang on. Alright, now to double check it, I'm going to use my original truck as a reference. That's perfect. The holes are partially obstructed, just like in the other truck, so this is ready to rock. Alright, what I can do now is I can take this JST connector with the extended wire here, and I can install the new plug on the board. Just find the two pins and slide it on. Alright, snake this through the wiring and plug it in. Now I can heat up my soldering iron. Okay, now I have that. Now I can open the accessory bag because it's time to start chroming some of the parts. Gotta love the super indestructible plastic the bag is made out of. If only the truck was that tough, huh? Got mirrors that need to be chromed. And how I chrome things is I have purchased Molotow chrome pins. And I'm going to be using the 1mm on this one. Just because. I just bought it yesterday and I want to play with it. I have a 1, a 2, and a 4mm. Carefully start coloring it in. That's one. Set it way over here out of the way, because I don't want to touch that until tomorrow. Now the next thing that needs to be chromed is the headlight buckets themselves. That way light will be projected out of them and it'll actually have that kind of realistic look as well. So let's go ahead and chrome those. Now it's time to modify the lenses. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make some scratches in the back side of them to make them look like a freaking headlight. That's it. So it's going to be next to impossible to film this, so I apologize. It gives it kind of a realistic look now. It's not perfect by any sense of the word, but it looks better than it did. Now it's time to do something about these ugly wheels with the fake holes in them. Need a plate underneath it. Alright, now it's time to come up with a cool paint scheme for the hood of the crawler. I've got my handy dandy Scotch tape. I'm going to start masking off various regions of this hood until something seems right to me, I guess. If you guys didn't already know, Scotch tape was actually originally designed for pinstriping cars. Little piece of trivia for you. Now, if I'm really careful, I'll actually get this right. Alright. Time to mask off the rest of the truck and shoot this hood black. It's important to do this in small coats, otherwise it's going to run underneath the tape and it'll look like crap. Okay. Okay. Alright, last piece. Cool. That actually came out halfway decent. Alright, I went ahead and jumped a couple steps ahead just because filming is exhausting. Check out the wheels though. Came out pretty nice, huh? Time to put them on. Alright guys, here she is all completed. My painted grill, which I did that off camera because, again, filming is kind of exhausting at times. My headlights with the chrome buckets and the modified lenses. I sprayed the toe knuckles on the front silver. Again, off camera, I painted the centers of the wheels flat black, and then I did the chrome pin around the little center lugs just to kind of give it that 80s rock crawler wheel look. Inside of the KCs are chromed. I sprayed the top of the toolbox silver. I just gave it an overall 1980s paint job. I really wanted it to look like it just rolled right out of 1983. Anyway, let me know how I did. There's definitely a massive difference in how much power it has. It's real snappy now. It doesn't whine nearly as much. God, that's a lot better. Anyway guys, let me know how I did. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video and stay tuned for more.